Hey there lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie, where I love to talk all things makeup. In this video, I'm going to be decoding eyeshadow palettes. Now, when it comes to decoding an eyeshadow palette, we have lots of different shapes and sizes and colors of eyeshadows, and sometimes it's really hard to open up an eyeshadow palette and know where to begin. So I'm going to break that down with each of these different eyeshadow palettes that I have from different brands. So first we're going to start off with the smallest palette. This is a quad from Colourpop. I don't think they carry this one anymore, but the concept is the same. If you were to get a quad from Maybelline or L'Oreal, or I think Colourpop still has some quads that they sell, but really what's really nice about a quad is that it's not too hard to mess up. There's only so many colors that you can use here. It can be a little overwhelming to look at these colors and know where to place them, how to use them. So breaking it down here, you usually have a very light shade, you have a darker shade, and you'll have some other light and dark shades. Now, for your lighter shades, you generally want to use those in your creases or using them on the inner part of your mobile lid to help open up and brighten. And when you're using them in your crease, you're using them as a transition shade. So this one I would use like in my outer corner, or you could use it as a liner. These are two matte shades down here. This is a shimmer, and then this is a pressed glitter. And so for this one, I could use in maybe this outer part of my mobile lid, or maybe leaning more towards the corner of my eye. So really just work from lightest to darkest when it comes to applying your matte shades. And when it comes to shimmers, just always put your lightest in the center and then your darkest in the outer part of your eye. We're going to move it up a notch to 5 colors here. This is a Natasha Denona Mini Biba palette, one of my absolute favorites. Beautiful color story. It just makes my blue eyes pop, and it's perfect for any time of year. Now for here, you don't really have those colors lined up or put together in a way like you did with the quad, where it's lightest to darkest, or you have your light side here, dark side here. But the concept is still the same. Work from lightest to darkest, okay? And then your shimmer shade is going to be for your mobile lid. This would be a transition shade, or one that you would put again on the inner corner of your mobile lid. This could also be a transition shade depending on your skin tone. This could also just be a transition shade in the outer corner of your eye for when you want to come in and use this darker color here. And then these two darker colors, they can be used as your C or your V, or very, very outer corner eye color, or an eyeliner. So we're going to move it up a notch again to Colourpop, and this is That's Taupe palette. I love these Colourpop 9-pan eyeshadow palettes because it's so easy to create a look with these palettes. There's a couple of different things that you can do here. So again, you have your generally lightest colors on top, and then you'll have your mid-tone colors, and then you'll have your darkest colors down at the bottom. So again, you can work from lightest to darkest. Lightest in your transition, corner of your mobile. The mid-tones, those can be in the outer corner of your eye, working towards your dark that you're gonna put in your outer corner eye, or because these ones are shimmers, then they could be a shimmer that you can put right here on the mid part of your mobile lid. And then darkest, you can use as eyeliners, you can use in the outer corner of your eye. Another way that you can use these eyeshadows is by going from top down. So you could use this as a little trio, and use this one as a little trio, and this one as a little trio. That's why I love these 9-pan palettes, because you can use them in so many different ways. It's already got a full look right there for you. If you only know how to use 3 different colors, you've got 3 different colors right here, wham, bam, bam. And if you only know how to use 2 colors, you've got a full look right there, bam, bam. Or top and dark. Really, really easy, just a few colors. You can't ever go wrong with these palettes. This one is a Melt Cosmetic palette. So they like to curate these really long, skinny palettes. and they really like to make very colorful palettes as well. But with this one, this is a Gemini 2 palette, and this one actually, it starts from lightest and goes to darkest, but it stays within a color family. So here to here, you've got this like pink kind of orange color family, and then these last three are within your green family. So if you wanted to just make a look out of, you know, the light pinks here with a little bit dark, then you could do that. If you wanted to go green, then you can make a look there. If you wanted to mix and match, again, start with your lightest, go to your darkest, and then use your darkest there. Now, my all-time favorite when it comes to big eyeshadow palettes is Natasha Denona. And this is the I Need a Nude palette. And in this palette, and I actually checked with her other palettes that I have, and it works the same, but in these neutral palettes, what's really nice, again, we've talked about going from lightest to darkest. I could say that over and over and over again, right? Just start with lightest to darkest. If you don't know where to begin in a colorful eyeshadow palette or any eyeshadow palette you have, just start with the lightest color shade and work to your darkest within that same color family. But what's really nice is that Natasha Denona puts a lot of effort and thought into her palettes, and you can tell because the color stories are beautifully curated. One color is not the same as the other, but also how she puts them in her palettes. So again, we can start with lightest to darkest. You could go that route if you wanted to. Another route you can go is looking at a quad. All right, do you see that? A quad here, a quad here, a quad here, a quad here, here, and here. Yes, there are multiple shimmer shades within each of these looks here, but that provides, you know, just the same as a matte, that you would put a light matte and then you put a dark matte in the outer corner of your eye, and then you would put a lighter matte in the inner corner of your eye. It's the same with your shimmer shades. You don't have to be scared of them. They work the same as mattes, okay? They're gonna apply a little bit differently, but the effect is the same. You can put a lighter shimmer shade on the inside and then a darker shimmer shade on the outside. It's actually what I did with this look here. I took this color Mia and I used that on the inner corner of my eye, and I used this other color here, Whisper, and I put that all over the entirety of my eye. So they are both very light shimmer shades, but Whisper is darker. So there are eyeshadow palettes decoded for you as a beginner getting into eyeshadows. I hope you were able to learn something. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and especially subscribe so that I can keep creating more awesome content like this for you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!